It is Election Day across the country. Millions waiting for the results of local, state, and national races. At the top of the ticket, of course, one of the most hotly contested presidential races ever.
Republican nominee Donald Trump is battling Democratic nominee Kamala Harris for the White House. But if this shapes up like 2020, it could be days before a clear winner is announced.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fox 17 News at 5:30. I'm Scott Couch.
I'm Megan O'Halloran. Tonight, the Fox 17 News team bringing you everything you need to know about key races. We have live team coverage tonight, including two key races in the volunteer state. The race for Senate and the race for U.S. House District 7. That's
right, and we start with that U.S. Senate race. The incumbent Marsha Blackburn, Fox 17 News' Dennis Ferrier, live in Cool Springs, where her supporters are gathered, hoping for good news later tonight.
You know, Scott, it's funny you say hoping. I would say absolutely expecting. If there's a lot of drama with the presidential election, how can you call drama with Senator Marsha Blackburn? She has not lost an election this century, if ever. Moved into the state Senate in Tennessee in 1998, kind of made a name for herself behind the state income tax, fought it, was a leader in that, got a lot of support from Tennesseans, and parlayed that into Congress for 16 years, win after win after win, and then off to become a U.S. Senator, defeated popular governor, Phil Bredesen, handily. She is expected to cruise tonight, although I'm sure she's probably waiting for the votes to come in. But this is like Marsha Blackburn is like Alabama 5 years ago, Alabama football. They just roll, and she is expected to roll tonight. But we're here at the Hilton, and they're setting up for a nice party, and we'll have to see what happens. We'll hear from Senator Blackburn later, and I think one of the big questions is, okay, if she's going to win, what is she going to do the next 4 years? You know, her big thing is she's a Tea Party conservative who does not sway from that. Her voting record is consistent. And, you know, she wants that wall up, and she doesn't like China, and you saw her break a lot of plates on television this month. So we'll find out more from her tonight. I'm Dennis Ferrier, reporting live from the Hilton in Franklin, Tennessee.
Well, continuing coverage as Knoxville's Gloria Johnson is challenging Marsha Blackburn for her Senate seat. Jake Johns joining us from Johnson's watch party in East Tennessee.
Democratic nominee Gloria Johnson faces off against incumbent U.S. Senator Marsha Blackburn for Tennessee's U.S. Senate seat that is up for grabs. Tennesseans across the state are casting their ballot today, while others are waiting for those final numbers to come in. One of the issues Gloria Johnson is running on is raising Tennessee's minimum wage from $7.25.
But the Tennessee minimum wage equals out to around $20 if you go across all counties. Now, I know a lot of people would say that's far too much, but that's what a living wage is.
Johnson is also running to keep her seat in the Tennessee State House. Her campaign will watch it all unfold tonight, and we'll take you inside the watch party. In Knoxville, I'm Jake Johns. Back to you.
Jake, thank you. Our team coverage continues now with the race for the 7th district seat in Congress. Dr. Mark Green is the incumbent here. Trying to unseat him is former Nashville Mayor Megan Barry, the Democratic nominee. And Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar is live at Green's watch party up in Clarksville. Karen.
Scott, it's still early. The party's supposed to start in about an hour, but you can see right here behind me that there are several voters that have gathered. Some of them have been setting up signs, including a Trump van sign, along with, of course, Representative Mark Green's sign. Voters here that I spoke with tell me that they like his policies and they trust him. Representative Green was not planning for re-election, but at the ask of former President Donald Trump, he reconsidered. As the chair of the House Committee of Homeland Security, his campaign tells me he is committed to stop the influx of migrants across our border. Just today, he retweeted the GOP Homeland Security Committee criticizing Vice President Kamala Harris's open border policies. He also served in the Army, and Niles Arlington tells me he served with him, knowing him for more than 10 years, and he voted for him today. Listen.
We need to close that bugger down, man, big time. We do need to turn it down a notch, start making people come in the right way and everything like that. That's my opinion.
Is that the biggest issue that you think is facing the country?
I think it's one of them. I think the biggest thing right now is the economy.
Representative Green has been very vocal about the state of our economy, also criticizing in a tweet the Biden-Harris administration economic policies. I'll be looking forward to hopefully speaking with Representative Mark Green this evening to see if he wins what he plans to bring to Congress for this term. Reporting live in Montgomery County, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Well, continuing coverage of the 7th District congressional race and Democratic candidate Megan Barry, Nashville's former mayor. Fox 17 News, Caitlin Miller joining us live in Nashville from Megan Barry's election party. Caitlin.
Yes, well, we're at Megan Barry's election party right now here in Hillsboro, and joining us live right now is Megan herself. Hi. Megan, you served for 2 terms on Metro Council, the first woman to be elected as mayor here in Nashville. Yes. Now you're running for Congress. So what made you decide to run, and what are you most passionate about in your campaign?
Absolutely. So the things that we have heard absolutely repeatedly on this campaign trail are that people want someone who's going to show up for them in Washington. And so being able to be that person has been really important to me. I've got a history of showing up for folks, and one of the things that we're also hearing so much on the campaign trail is women want reproductive freedom, families want to protect their children from gun violence, and the economy needs to work for everybody.
And what do you think makes yourself the best candidate for Congress?
Well, I've been able to work across the aisle in lots of different ways, and I think that what people really want is for Washington to work. And so I have a history of being able to do that. And so my hope is that if you haven't voted already, I can earn your vote. And if you've still got time, you can get to the polls. They close at 7.
Well, Megan, thank you so much for joining us. Her election party starts here at 6:30, and we'll have live updates both here on the air and online throughout the night. Reporting live from Hillsboro, I'm Caitlin Miller, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.